I am Brianna, and welcome to My Life on Paper, and welcome to Mix It Up Monday, where we use mixed media. And the sketch we're given today is by Brandy Joe. It is beautiful. It is right here. The other thing I am playing along with is Scraptember by the Scrappy Sister, and the prompt today is horizontal. So I will show you how I achieve horizontal. I have a photo of myself and my husband and our friends, Christine and Pablo. We get together every New Year's Eve and we were out to dinner before the big party. Um, and I was trying to figure out which background paper I wanted to use, and I'm going to use the darker, which is very similar to the sketch. I also have the newsprint and some off-white paper. I am going to trim my photo down just a little bit to 3.5 by 5, and that gives me a little bit more real estate to work on my layout. In order to get the horizontal theme, I'm using my photo horizontally, but I'm also going to turn the sketch a little bit. And by that I mean I'm turning just the pattern paper, not the pattern paper, but the paper, um, a turn. And I'm going to leave the hexagons the same because it made more sense in my brain that way. I think you'll see what I mean as I go along. So I did tear that one side of the newsprint paper, and then I trim it off straight, and I will use the off-white paper in the middle. I'm going to overlap that, so I'm going to tear that edge as well. While I'm doing that, I'm going to remind you to look below to see everybody that's playing along with Mix It Up Monday, as well as everyone that's playing along with Scraptember. There is going to be a playlist for both below. I followed the sketch pretty darn close, if you ask me. So I have this honeycomb stencil, and I am not going to go white. I am going to instead use my um, black soot distress oxide, and will lightly use my brush and go over, trying to not make it look all the same. I want darker spaces and lighter spaces, and then I'll move my stencil along as I go. This may be the first time I ever use this stencil, but it's very versatile and you can use it with anything. I don't often think to use stencils, which is unfortunate because this was super easy, and unlike, using my stencil butter that I like to use, you don't have to wait for it to dry. So you can stencil it with the ink and then move right on to the next step. I really like that. It doesn't cause as much um, messiness either. This layout did not take me that long to do. It's not a complex or complicated layout at all. But it's got a couple pieces to it. It's got not only the stencil here, but it also has, you'll see me bring in the hexagons. I have two different sized hexagon punches, so that was super easy to do. And then I just put one layer behind the photo and then a couple stickers, um, and the torn paper, and that's it. So you can see in the sketch it's got, kind of another torn bit on the left-hand side, um, way along the page, and I wasn't exactly sure how to do that. So I just took another bit of the newsprint and lapped that on top. And the way I did that was, I've got these two pieces together. I wasn't sure how thick I wanted them, but I end up gluing them down to the paper. Um, I'm trying to figure it out right there. Glue it down here, then I can trim off what's overlapping the end of the page, and that's how I know. And then I'll be able to put down that other newsprint along the edge. I have had so much fun playing along with Scraptember so far. I always enjoy Mix It Up Monday, but the Scraptember with these prompts, it makes things come together so easy. Um, it's fun. I haven't been able to do every day. I had a rough start to the month. I won't be able to do every day for the rest of the month, but I'm sure having fun trying. There I use my Barely Art glue just to put a little bit of a line down so that I can get this newsprint down easily. And then I will start working on where I want my other hexagons to go. Um, and like I said, I am going pretty closely with the sketch there. Except if I truly would have turned the sketch on its side, the hexagons would not be laying like that. And so it was easier to work it out for me this way. I just went with this way. So getting those hexagons down, and then I will work on my picture and the stickers. I used Photoplay. I've got their New Year's uh, bun collection with the stickers and the papers, and I just grabbed out the stickers. I'm not using any of the papers. This paper I have had in my stash for a very long time. It is close to my heart, and it's probably about 20 years old. But I'm very good at hanging on to scraps, and it matches the it's not really a pink, but it's almost a, and I don't want to call it a coral either, but um it matches the color in the collection from Photoplay, and you'll see that when I bring in the stickers. So I'm going to use my Tim Holtz Distresser to rough up the edges. I will also have Brandy Joe's information listed below too. She made this wonderful sketch for us. Those stickers that I have sitting to the left of me, you can see certain ones with the numbers on it. That is from Creative Memories. The ones underneath there are stickabilities from Paper Studio. That's Hobby Lobby. So I put the disco balls with my New Year's Eve collection, and one day I will use those. They look really fun. But not today. They don't, none of those get used today, actually. I kept this one very minimal. I did cut apart from the collection, and it says, "I'm just here for the champagne." And that was not going to fit. Now, had I thought about it before I stuck those hexagons down, I might have been able to shift it all, but I went a different direction instead. So I found these black thickers, and I wanted to make sure I had enough room for the title, so I moved the picture up, and it's going to say "Hooray." And the sketch says long title, and I think it even says like two fonts or something. So Hooray is part of the title. And then I will go and find a sticker from the sticker sheet, and that's going to say it's a new year. So the title is It's a New Year, Hooray! I thought that was a very good reason to use the sticker Hooray. I don't always have a lot of reasons to say hooray, but this was one. The balloon says Happy New Year, and there's the sticker sheet, and then you can see I grabbed two other ones, and just look how close that pink coral color is um, to that background. So I love that. Okay, so I put the two balloons down. I've got my title now, and then I'm just gonna finish up with some splatters. Uh, so I have the Tim Holtz Distress Spray Stain and Black Soot. And then because I have them on my desk as well, I'm going to use my Crystal Nouveau drops um, in Ebony Black gloss. These are my favorite. I really like these. It goes with everything, right? So I just do a couple of those, and that should be it. So thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a fabulous day, and please come back and see me again soon.